Well, obviously, tough game at Iowa. Playing well. Won 3 in a row in conference. Put up a lot of points. Terrific offensive team. They're they shoot the ball well. They're young, but they're talented. And Peter Jock obviously helps balance it all out, being older. So it'll be a tough test, but we're excited about it.
Can you talk a little bit about that? Just when you saw them on film without Jock, what kind of team they were.
Well, they played well without him. And that is not to imply they're better without him. They're better with him. But they have played well both. They go at Rutgers and blitzed them without Jock. So they're playing well regardless. They've got good balance. They shoot the ball well. They move the ball well, and they get good young talent.
We've talked about him quite a few times, but if you wouldn't mind indulging us and going back a few
Shouting at us.
6 months, I know, to make you. But Hakeem Springs, at the end of last season, how much did you feel you needed to go out and recruit? Or how beneficiary would it be to get a senior or a shooter and add a little bit more depth?
Yeah, I thought we were going to be obviously young, and when we signed, and again it is what it is, but when we signed and Jarvis was not able to play, that hurt. So we felt like we needed another guard, and we thought in this class coming up we'd sign 2, which we did. So we thought Hakeem would be a perfect kind of bridge to that, and he's shown to be very helpful. And we needed to get older. It was extremely important.
How is it different recruiting a guy that is preparing to graduate from college? It's a lot different than sitting across from a 17-year-old, I'd imagine.
Yeah, and with Hakeem, because they beat us, and I don't know if he quite understood. We were pretty excited about our team, and he hadn't seen some of the guys last year, Reggie and Devontae and the new guys that were coming in. So it was an adjustment, I think, for everybody. But he's been a very, very valuable addition for sure.
So did you feel like you had to kind of convey to him that, hey, the team that you came here in December and saw is not the team that we're going to be next year? If you come, we feel you could be a piece to get us to the tournament.
Yeah, very much so. And I don't think he came here thinking like he was going to be the guy or anything. But just to getting him to understand that it's going to be a lot different. We've got more pieces this year, and he wasn't fighting it or anything. It was just getting him to realize that we were excited about where we're going, and he'd be a big part of it.
Where he's been shooting, is he green light anytime he sees it?
Anytime.
I'll let that question.
Yeah. No, I mean, I want him to shoot the ball, and I want him to take great shots, and I think he's starting to understand that. But yeah, I mean, he's shooting. I don't know what he's shooting from the 3, but it's pretty good. But there's certain guys that I've coached in the past where they've gotten the ultimate green light, and Hakeem's pretty close to that. He works very, very hard to justify that.
Did you have to sit him down at all at the beginning and say, hey, it might take you some time to get adjusted to the system? This is your 3rd college basketball school. It might take some time before you get to where you think you're.
Yeah, very much so. And he came late. He wasn't here in the summer. So that was going to take an adjustment as well. So you wanted him to get acclimated, but not be impatient. And it's hard, 5th-year senior, when you come late and you want to get acclimated right away. So it took a little time, but he's starting to play his best basketball.
Amir has also improved his three-point shooting as the year's gone on, it seems like. Have you noticed him turn a corner in terms of his in-game confidence shooting the long jumpers?
Yeah, I mean, it's been pretty consistently good all year. He had a little stretch there where it wasn't, but he's a shot maker. He's not a great shooter just yet, but when he shoots, I expect it to go in, and a lot of that has to do with his mental toughness. He wants to take the big shot. He believes it's going in, and I think once he gets even better, he's going to become a really good shooter. But he works on it, and he works hard.
When you've got a freshman who has as much responsibility as Amir does, obviously he's been a starter all year, do you expect them to grow faster in terms of their leadership and vocalness even though they're a freshman, they still have an important role?
I think every freshman's different. I try not to rely too much on freshmen to be leaders. and I think Amir is plenty capable, but he's a little quiet on the court. So that's not his responsibility. That's the older guys, and you kind of grow into being a leader as you get older.
When you inherited some older players in your first 2 years, you had seniors who they hadn't started their careers with you and they had to adjust, and now you have a senior who this is 1 year with you. What's the makeup of this
Talking about
team?
Hakeem?
Compared to like other teams you've had, is it this team is mainly your players, but they're younger, and then you have this one senior that he's having an impact, but it's not as like the older teams that you have.
Yeah, totally. Like what I was always very concerned when I had gotten this job because we were old, and it wasn't that we didn't have talent, but we had juniors and seniors. We didn't have a lot of good young guys in the program, so I knew it was going to be extremely important to class after class after class get some good talent to build off of. So I always felt like the first 2 years we were just kind of treading water with good players, and I thought we were going to have to do it with those guys and then build from there. And those guys were good. Obviously winning the NIT our first year, and even our second year we were close. But we knew we had to start over at some point, and that was last year. We had to get younger. We couldn't have any more junior college players, any fifth-year seniors. We needed to get younger. And last year, as painful as it was a necessary step.
And did you feel like the first 2 years, those are your teams that were probably closest to making the NCAA tournament? But again, these were guys that you were getting used to them, they were getting used to you. They were older, so they had played for another coach more than they had played for you. Was it harder when you went through some adversity because that's your first time going through adversity with that team, and they were still trying to adjust to
You're talking about last year's team?
No, your first couple years when you had your
I
NCAA tournament, and it was
I don't know. They were good groups. Everybody. It's definitely different coaching kids that you've recruited. But with that being said, like those guys were great kids. They listened. They wanted to win. So I never felt like those weren't. Because we recruited DeAndre, we recruited Malik. We recruited Joey. We changed Mo Walker. So it did feel like it was our team. But there may be a little bit of a difference. So when you're looking at a freshman like an Amir, like a Michael, like a Eric, like, hey, we're going to grow this way. That may be a little bit of the difference.
As tough as your first half of the Big Ten schedule was, is there any advantage in having a young team and having them already have played at some tough places and against some of the best teams in the conference?
Well, we've definitely played one of the toughest schedules, if not the toughest. I think it's given our guys some confidence. Obviously we've had some close losses, but maybe if we don't play those games, we don't go win at Illinois. So I think we kind of broke it down into two halves of a season, and for the Big Ten, and we're 1-0 in that second half. But our guys have been tested, and we're playing good basketball. We just need to continue to find a way to keep moving forward.
And you had in non-conference, you had specifically scheduled some teams that you knew that were going to be possibly NCAA tournament teams, and there were going to be tests, challenges at home. Do you feel like going into this stretch here, you took care of business at home in non-conference, that with all these home games left, that what you went through in non-conference and winning some of those tougher games would help?
Yeah, I think it's you break them down into steps, right? And I thought we took the first step, the necessary step in the non-conference. Then I thought the next part, you got a bunch of road games. We may have started 5 or 7 on the road in the Big Ten, something like that. Well, now you got to win a couple road games to get to where you want to get to. We were able, obviously, fortunately, to beat 2 of the best teams on the road. Then you got to take our home court. We haven't done that yet, but we've got 5 more left. So we do that, we'll be in good shape. I mean, I think already we're in very good shape. To beat Illinois was extremely important to get that, and obviously to go get another road win. And now you just got to turn the page and move forward, try to beat Iowa.
We talked about Amir quite a bit, but Eric, radio show about his minutes and if Murphy's, struggles offensively would cause you to play him more. Have you looked at that at all during that process and seen that maybe?
I think it's different than the Dupree and the Hakeem thing. I felt like with Dupree and Hakeem would provide an elder statesman in your lineup as well as provide different flexibility from that backup one and backup two coming off the bench. So that to me made sense, and I had always thought about going there, but we just kept winning. With the Murph and Eric thing, I don't think Murph's playing that poorly. Now, is he not scoring the ball? No, he's not. He could obviously, there's times he can improve, but I still think he's doing a lot of good things. So I just don't see that move being necessary. There's been several games where Murph is playing better than Eric, and he plays the minutes. There's been several games where they play together. So that one I don't see as being necessary.
And they're different, though. I mean, they're different type of players. One is more maybe a stretch player like Eric, where he can shoot.
Yeah, I think they both. Eric knows the 4 and the 5. Murph knows it a little bit. So Eric is flexible there, because we've always wanted to get a little bit bigger. Now Murph played a little bit of that last year. But it's I don't think it substantially changes a whole lot if you do that. I still think Murph is a very, very good player, and he can help us a great deal.
You said earlier that there was this moment for Dupree last year against Indiana that stood out to you, and you're like, this guy can make an impact.
Yeah.
Has there been a moment like that for Eric?
Maybe at Purdue, right, when he hit that 3, and made that finish after he took 4 steps. I'd say probably that was, because he does he makes a lot of good moves where you're like, wow, but he's still just not quite there when it comes to finishing him. Even did that last game at Illinois. So, we see it a lot in practice, but to do it in a game on the road, pretty good. So, he's going to be much like Dupree, like you're saying. I mean, I think we got really, really good young talent in this program, and I think Eric is one that has stood out this year.
Last 2 games, rebounding numbers have been a lot better. Is there any particular catalyst with that?
Who did we play before Illinois? Maryland. No, I don't necessarily think so. I thought we battled both games. I really did. I think we're doing a better job of offensive rebounding with our 4s and our 5s. I thought Eric was terrific last game. Reggie had a couple pretty good ones. So I just tell our guys, like, you can't win in this league if you do not defend and rebound. And we've had all the statistical numbers show that. So we give them that data and say, listen, you want to go to where you want to go to, you better rebound the ball. So they've been good, but I'm not sure if it's one thing specific.